friends, today I'm going to teach you how to build a kicker ramp. This jump will be semi-portable, easy to build, and you can have fun with it anywhere you want. Here are all the things you'll need. 8 2x4s, 1 4x4, 1 sheet of 3/8 plywood, 1 sheet of 1/2-inch plywood. Wait a second. 1 5/8-inch screws. And 3-inch screws. A screwdriver. And lastly, a circular saw. So first thing you want to do is draw your radius. The smaller the radius, the steeper your jump. And the height you want your jump to be, you just double that and that's the radius. So in my case, I'm building my jump at 3 feet tall, but I want it to be really gradual so it sends you really far. So I'm going to make it a 10-foot tall radius. So I'm going to take my tape measure and I want this board to be 10 feet long. So I'm going to measure from the very end of this 2x4. So now this is at 10. I'm going to take some screws and screw this together. Now that I have my radius at 10, I'm going to take a screw and put it right there. And that's going to make a pivot so I can draw my radius. So now you'll just take your Sharpie, pencil, whatever, and you're going to take it and just put it flush right up against your 2x4 and then just start your radius. I'm going to take my circular saw and cut out this curve, put on ear protection and eye protection. So now that I've cut out my one side of the jump, I'm going to take my Sharpie and trace it onto the other side of the wood. I'm going to cut this more diagonally down so it's not all of this excess, because when we put our plywood on the very top, we want it so it touches the ground and doesn't have a little lip. So I'm just going to take a little piece, a little offset, and put it something pretty mellow, not too steep, and just take my pencil and draw a straight line. I'm going to cut this at the straight line. We're going to move into the barn to cut the 2x4s. We're going to cut every single one of our 8 2x4s at 47 inches. Okay, so it actually turns out that my 2x4s are not cut at 8 feet, but they're actually cut at like 92. So I'm going to have to make the width of my jump 45 inches and not 47 or 48. So that's just going to be a little of a setback because I'm going to have to cut my already 4x8 sheet plywood. I'm going to have to cut 2 inches off each side. So now I have all my 2x4s cut, and I think there's too much, so don't get 8 2x4s, more like 6, because that's going to make 12. We have 16 right now, but it's whatever. So now I'm going to take this scrap piece of wood, because it's kind of hard taking this and standing it up and getting it all even. It's a lot easier with this. You can just set it down. I'm going to take my tape measure, and for this build, I'm going to say from the far side, I'm going to do every 6 inches, and I'm going to put my 2x4, and then I'll just mark that, and that'll be good. Okay, so now we have all of our 2x4s marked down, and on this one. So now all we have to do is take all of our 2x4s, screw them in sideways like I have this one, and on both sides, and the jump's coming together. Okay, so we finished all the framing of the jump, as you can see. So our next step is to take our 4x4 and make stilts to go straight down like this to hold it up so it doesn't do this. So we just did our measurements, and we need 2 4x4 pieces that are 39 inches long to go straight down. So now we're going to cut our 4x4, and you may be wondering why we're using treated wood for this. And we're using this because it's coming in contact with the ground, and we live in the Pacific Northwest. It rains a lot, so that gets into wood that's not treated and makes it rot, and then your jump's only gonna last a year rather than 5 years with this treated wood. A tool I didn't tell you in the beginning you're gonna need is a level. And this is a central tool you'll want because these two posts need to be level. It was getting too dark outside, so we had to move it out into the barn. We won't be able to get some camera angles, but we should be able to show you still how to do it. So now we're gonna put on our plywood on the top, and then we're just about done. Maybe a few little tips and tricks, but we'll say that at the end of the video. So now we have Nick holding it down, and I'm just going through and gonna screw all of it in, and that's how you maintain that curve without snapping the board.
My weight helps sometimes.
Our video. Thank you for watching the whole video about how we build this kicker right here. I hope you have a great time building it at your house. And the only thing we did off camera was we put a diagonal 2x4 right here, and that's going to add more support to the end of the jump. After continuous use, your legs will start to bend out. So that's just going to help it stay in place and keep it so you can have it longer.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment for our next video.
Thank you for watching.